The Dent Blanche is a mountain in the Pennine Alps, lying in the canton of Valais in Switzerland. With its 4,357 meters high summit, it is one of the highest peaks in the Alps. Naming: the original name was probably Dent Blanche, the actual name of the nearby Dent Blanche, which does not overlook the Val d'Airens. The nearby north face of the Dent Blanche is glaciated, while the Dent Blanche holds much less snow. It was even called Dent Noir on the World Atlas of 1842. In fact, on older maps, in the area where lie both summits, only the name Weissenhorn was indicated, the French name appearing in 1820 only, because cartographers usually made their observations far away from the mountainous remote areas, and also because the Dent Blanche is sometimes hidden behind the Dent Blanche, thus less visible. The latter received the name. The inhabitants of the lower Val d'Airens called the actual Dent Blanche, but the ones of the upper Val d'Airens called the mountain Dent Arong or Dent d'Airens, contributing to the general confusion. The actual names are official since the completion of the deformed map in 1862. Geography. The summit of Dent Blanche is an important geographic place as it is the converging point of three ridges. The three valleys separated by them are the Val d'Airens, Val d'Arneviers and Matatel. The respective villages of Yvelines, Zinal and Zermatt lie approximatively at the same distance of the mountain. The Dent Blanche has four steep faces rising over four glaciers. The northeast face rises above the Grand Cornier Glacier, the southeast face rises above the Schonbiel Glacier, the southwest face rises above the Mansetz Glacier, and, finally, the northwest face of Dent Blanche rises above the Homnum Glacier. The four ridges encompass almost exactly the four cardinal directions. The west ridge is named Arête de Furpicle and the east ridge is named Arête des Quatre Aines. The Col de la Dent Blanche lies at the foot of the northern ridge. The Bivouac de la Dent Blanche is located there. The Dent Blanche hut lies at the foot of the southern ridge, which is used as the normal route. The region around Dent Blanche consists of many 4,000 meters peaks. The Obergabelhorn, Dent d'Airens and Matterhorn are the closest high summits. Climbing history. The first ascent was made via the South Ridge, which is the less difficult route to the summit and the actual normal route. On the 12th of July 1862, T.S. Kennedy, after an attempt on the east face of the unconquered Matterhorn, almost reached the summit with the guides Peter Taugwalder and his son. But after a minor accident, Peter Taugwalder refused to go any higher. Kennedy would finally reach the summit only a few days later, on July 18, 1862, with W. Wigram, JCROZ and J. Koenig, despite adverse weather conditions. A route on the West Ridge was opened on the 11th of August 1882 by John Stafford Anderson and G. P. Baker, with guides Alois Pollinger of St. Niklaus in the Canton Valais and Ulrich Galmer. They started from the mounted hut and arrived at the summit after a difficult 12 hours climbing on a dangerous ridge overlooking the north face. As Alma said on the summit, "We are four asses." The ridge was then named Arête des Quatre Aines of Vierzelsgrat. The North Ridge was explored in 1899. On the 28th of August, O.G. Jones, F.W. Hill with guides E. Ferrer, C. Zerbriggen and J. Vanier headed to the summit, but they fell and only Hill survived. He reached alone the summit and a storm forced him to make a bivouac. He could report the news of the fatal accident in Zermatt only 2 days later. The first ascent of the north face is attributed to K. Schneider and F. Singer on 26 and 27 August 1932. They climbed from the left part at the base of the face to the summit. Only on the 12th of July 1966, Michel and Yvette Vorcher made a direct ascent on the north face. The first winter ascent by the North Ridge was completed by P. Cretas and J. Gowden on March 2, 1963. A solo winter ascent on the north face was made for the first time in 1968 by C. Borneson.